In the middle of Tijuana's Zona Rio lies a creative hub making a name for itself in the entertainment industry. You know, more and more Hollywood productions and different visual entertainment companies are looking to outsource their work to become more efficient, sometimes abroad away like India, Europe, Eastern Europe, or so on. But believe it or not, Baja, and specifically Tijuana, is becoming also a hub for special effects services for big-time productions. We're going to meet the company at the forefront of that. It's right here in TJ. It's called Boxel, and you're going to get to see it right now. This place is no joke, no shortage of talent, but we want to know how this well-oiled machine functions. Okay, so the man in charge of the operation here at Boxel is the guy standing next to me. His name is Andres Botello. How you doing, my friend?
Fine, thank you.
So Andres, talk to me about your operation. First of all, what does Boxel specialize in?
We specialize in 3 specific markets. Animation, going from script to final animated delivery. We go modeling, rigging, shading, texturing, set assembly, lighting and shading, rendering and compositing, and delivering the final product.
Right.
Visual effects or live action. We receive the plates and we basically separate all the production processes that need to be done for all of the plates, and we do that. So live action, animation, and we have an interactive division. So that's what we do at Boxel. With Boxel, we use technology to solve creative and visual endeavors for producers. They'll say, you know, we already filmed a live action series, and there's a lot of cables to be removed in a stunt. Or there's a lot of muzzle flashes to be incorporated in a gun. Most of the big productions are now breaking their productions because they're so massive. The amount of shots that they require for their films are just ridiculous. They want what we call a California solution. They want visual effects and technology producers here that can provide an efficiency of producing the content. Cheap is definitely not a driving factor. And we're actually not going for cheap. We consider ourselves cost efficient.
Okay.
And the reason that we're cost efficient is because of cost of living. You have to really understand what is the mark and the expectation of the production values that you're going to invest. Production values can be a little bit sacrificed, but if the story is strong enough, people will actually let it go.
Yeah.
But if the story is not good and you put all your money in the production values,
they're amazing effects,
people will criticize you deeply.
You're not just a tool for them, you're actually assisting.
Correct. We're in meetings in production from the get-go of the writing.
You're affecting the story.
And that's where I think we add a lot of value, being very near in California. I think that one of the key inhibitors of this industry is good communication. Being really clear on the expectation of the work that you're going to do. So yes,
I don't like this frame. I need access to you to tell you exactly
where.
What I didn't like.
Can you drive up, guys? I need to explain this because it's just putting it on email is going to be so difficult. Sometimes when you're incorporated too late into the equation, which has happened to us, now you become more of a problem solver than actually somebody that's consulting and adding value to that production. Everybody has one thing in common.
The objective, right?
They want to finish, and they want to finish in time and with the quality that they want. We have actually hired people from Canada to come in for certain productions or from other parts of the world. They are willing to work in Mexico for a specific time of period.
Oh, nice.
And but they're not willing to do it for less. That they were.
They want to get paid what they were getting paid over there.
Correct.
Right.
The closeness plays a role in the type of talent that we can attract.
Okay.
Not a role on making it cheaper.
Right.
We have artists here that worked on movies like Deadpool. We have artists that worked on movies like Justice League, that comped in other shots. We have artists that worked in Star Wars, in big studios in Canada that are wanting to give back. So they come back from Canada, they stay here with us for a couple of months. They work with us.
They've given chops to your guys?
Chops and worked on shots for our projects. Because what we want to do is provide to our producers top-notch visual effects talent for their independent films.
How many of your employees here are from Baja?
Okay, about 50% are from Baja.
And the rest?
And the rest are divided between Mexico City, Guadalajara, Jalisco, And some of them from different parts of Mexico. We have people from Chiapas, from Pachuca.
But are they all on location here, or are you working remotely with those people?
No, all of them here.
Really?
Yeah, sorry, we're responsible for increasing the demographics of the city. But yes, and most of those artists come for a specific production. But some of them really start loving Tijuana. And there's many people from TJ that did their careers here and that they're working on big major studios in Canada that have worked on big blockbuster movies in very big shots. For Sony Pictures The Shallows, we worked on some of those shots. For History Channel and A&E, we did Night 2, 3, and 4 for the series Roots.
People don't know that there's even like full-blown series being fully shot in Baja as we speak for like Netflix, AMC.
I think that the proof that we're capable of delivering, it's now here and it exists and it's real. Can you do the shots? Can I film a series in TJ? Yes. Now it's a matter of growing that business.
The skill of their staff has allowed them to even launch a fully animated feature and work significantly with productions in Tinseltown.
Everything that has to do with creative, everything from color palette, lighting scripts, passes through this wonderful artist's hands. And all of our artists this type of artists are enabled with 3D printers, so they can actually print in what they're working on.
You molded this on the computer.
Yeah, you model it
and then you print it.
And then you print it out, and then you get the basic shape of it. So those guys are animating in 3D, that series. So most of these are animators, and they're giving life to those characters.
Nice.
Yep. All of these guys are layout. These guys are the first guys that are seeing the actual movie in 3D space now, with the actual sets. Because this is a 3D animated production, storyboard is done in 2D, and then that storyboard will get in between frames to give it time and length, and that will become an animatic.
Okay.
And that animatic will become into sequences of the actual film or the actual episode. So these guys are actually, for the first time, seeing the film in context. The 3D space will significantly change the way that you perceive that shot. Most of our modeling team is, they work on live action or animated films. So in this case, Alex is doing a CG prosthetic that it's going to be overlaid on top of a green screen.
Right.
So this
they
is basically
put a green like a sock.
Yes.
And then they put that over.
Correct. So in this case, Alex is doing a very photorealistic arm with kind of like the skin layers and the actual lighting and everything, so these guys can actually overlay. So on set they do prosthetics, but they look cheap, or they look like the scenes you can see them. So you use this type of techniques in order to blend them in better.
Okay. So what do you call this department?
Lighting and shading.
Lighting and shading.
Yep. Compared to live action, these guys will be your cinematographers.
Right.
These guys are your DPs.
They're doing this, checking the lighting,
they're checking the lighting, the texture, the shading. Correct. These guys basically are the hub for everything. So these guys had to review concept art. These guys needed to review the script. These guys needed to see the animatic. So they know exactly what needs to be modeled, what needs to be textured, what needs to be shaded. So these guys are the guys that get all of the errors from the different departments, if there were. They catch them all. I have friends working on mid and high level studios, and you'll be surprised. There's no such thing as a perfect scenario.
It's amazing to see the real-life process of this movie-making magic experience.
They shot some of the effects practical.
That's a lamp, right?
And no, this is actually a muscle flash.
Oh, it is?
Like from set. But this director, for some reason, on the camera settings, were actually making that artifact.
Boxel also does augmented reality integrations.
The mobile device or the phone has become our central hub of content consumption, right?
Yes.
Now those phones are being enabled by the major hardware creators like Apple and Samsung to be AR enabled.
AR stands for augmented reality, and it is developed to enhance the user's experience with the real world through their device, like a phone.
It will.
It's so cool.
It will actually track. Click on the Black Ops. Click on it. And it will open it up.
What?
And it will show me the product, so I can actually now, like, look how it's built, the quality of the materials, Like it's doing a little animation so I can explore it. Like click on the materials button down
materials?
there.
Materials.
Yes. So now what it's going to do is going to calculate the distance from my camera, and it will let me know what material is that made of. So aluminum, that's made of G10 composite. So it's detecting the angle of the camera. So now you can imagine how far are you from an object. It will actually let you know. And I can explore the product as well. It's going to correct. And then I can select different topics of it. And then I can scroll back to the items. So as you can see, a completely different way of exploring a product in 3D, and then I can deactivate it. And why are companies doing this? Because many people in the store open up the box
to see it.
Yes, and people don't like to buy an open box product,
Right.
even if it's new. So in order for them to avoid opening the box, you give them experiences so they can explore the product.
Now imagine everything in a store having this.
Correct. Without the need of an iPad, without the need of a phone.
With your glasses.
Just what you're wearing. Gracias, Luis.
Computer.
Yes.
Tell me the amount of fat
Yes.
this muffin has.
Literally.
Right.
It will happen. Thanks to Dexter. Right now, through augmented reality, what if I use my phone and just basically aim it at the stereo? And through augmented reality, will let me know how to pair with my Bluetooth device.
A little digital hand press here,
Yes.
and you're like, oh, wow, boom.
Literally in 3D space. And that's happening right now.
Wow.
So Apple is putting a lot of efforts in education, for example. So instead of actually opening a frog in school, you can actually, through AR and animated content, create virtual animals to explore anatomy of them and project them in mixed reality. So what we're trying to do is make Tijuana become like a hub. We're calling it like a California solution in the South for the Hollywood industry.
A cost-effective solution.
A cost-effective solution. We are the largest and only studio that it's basically servicing the industry, but we are hopeful that within the near future, a couple of more studios will start to rise, and hopefully more producers will look to the South in getting their productions done.
It's Crossing South, folks. One of the many things happening in the region, important things happening, where even major productions are being considered down here. And one of the guys that it's enabling and affecting those productions in the visual market, it's this guy right here.
Thank you so much, guys.
Andres. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's Crossing South, folks. Don't go anywhere. Hello there. Thank you for watching that Crossing South video on the KPBS YouTube channel. If you like that, click the subscribe button up here so you can watch more videos like that. Take care. Bye-bye.